What's up everybody, back with another video, and today we have an exciting one. I'm here with my friend Caleb. It's been a few videos since we've seen him, and we're here at Bald Mountain, this gigantic mountain behind us. We are planning on hiking it. What are we looking for? An extremely rare bird. Oh, there's a mountain bluebird on the sign back there. Can you see that? That's amazing. Extremely rare bird for the state of Utah, an introduced species, the white-tailed ptarmigan. Now, the bird has not been seen on this mountain for about 8 years. So it's a long shot that we're gonna find it up there. We thought we'd explore it anyways. It's probably going to be a pretty strenuous hike. We could see some other things like mountain goats, for example. But let's head up here, see what birds we can find. Today is gonna be exciting.
We started down the winding path, the sun just peeking over the horizon. The path was steep, but the views were absolutely incredible. We could see the parking lot shrinking far down below. Ptarmigan were going to be near impossible to spot in this rock and grass environment. We had to get lucky.
Currently, we are at 11,000 feet. That's pretty high. The air is pretty thin up here. This trail is basically, it's not straight up, but it's not far off from being a straight shot up the mountain. In fact, a lot of these boulders act as steps and stairs, so we're basically doing squats the whole way up. I have to stop probably every 200 to 300 yards. So far, no sign of the white-tailed ptarmigan. Again, this is a long shot. They haven't been seen in 8 years. First bird on this trip, though, is the Cassin's finch, a beautiful finch species. Looks very similar to the house finch, but there's some subtle differences. If you would like to learn more about how to tell those two apart, I have a video up in the top right corner that explains the ID features between the Cassin's and the house finch. So go check that out after this video. We're gonna continue hiking up this trail. The views out here are stunning. I can't believe it. Hoping also for mountain goats. I'd love to get that lifer. I mean, I've seen them before, but official lifer and on camera and on the list. So let's see what birds we can find.
Far down below, deer hopped across the landscape. In Utah, we have mule deer, which are much larger and bulkier than the white-tailed deer that you saw on the channel during the Oregon videos. The path wound and bent up the steep mountain. On our right was a wall of stone. On the left was one of the greatest views I've ever seen in my life. The mountain was so high up in the air that there were still small pockets of snow on the ground. One of my favorite parts of birding is the ability to explore places that I would have never gone otherwise. I always make sure to thank the birds.
Just a heads up, we did not find the white-tailed ptarmigan, but I did get a lifer pika. Absolutely incredible. This was one of the big 3 mammals that I wanted to see during this hike. Mountain goat, bighorn sheep, and pika. So my lifer pika on the list. And Caleb over here actually told me a fun fact. Pika aren't actually like rodents. They're in the rabbit family. Yeah. So that's super cool as well. Did not know that. Pika on the list. Hopefully we can get a closer view of them. They're much bigger than I thought they were. Very cool to get that on the list. Also, back over here, picked up American pipit, but in breeding plumage. This thing is super vibrant compared to the pipits that we see during the winter that drop down to lower elevations. It was doing its display. I did not get that on camera, unfortunately. Camera struggled to focus, but it would shoot up in the air and call and wag its tail as it flew up in the air, and then it would dive down to the ground. So absolutely incredible to see those two things. Still hoping for the ptarmigan, but again, it's a long shot. Let's see what other birds we can find though. There's breeding black rosy finches up here. I would love to get one of those on camera. And again, bighorn sheep and mountain goats would be amazing as well.
In the distance, we could see dozens of lakes. Little did I know that later in this adventure, I would find an incredible lifer near one of these lakes. American pipits kept distracting us. Each movement we thought it could be a ptarmigan or a rosy finch. I still enjoyed seeing these birds though in a brand new place. A rock wren sang from a cliffside rock. I got more views of the American pika. We reached a bridge between worlds, but what we found amazed me. On the ledge were 3 mountain goats, and they had something incredible between them, a young goat. It was incredible to finally capture these beautiful creatures on camera. The cliff sides and drop-offs are their home. A young goat balanced precariously on the rocks, but it never stumbled. Oh, by the way, if you're planning on taking dogs into the cliffside kingdom of the mountain goat, do so with caution and with a leash. Mountain goats will rightfully protect themselves and their young, killing several dogs per year in just this area alone. Remember that we are trespassers in their home, and they deserve respect from us.
All right, everybody, we have made the summit here at Bald Mountain here in the Uintas. The views, obviously, you've been seeing them throughout the video. They're absolutely incredible. And those views of the mountain goats were amazing. We actually ended up getting another mountain goat on the other side of the mountain in the shade. It was a lot closer to us, so a little bit less hazy, a little bit better views, but that is a camera lifer for me. Really happy to get that finally on the channel. Obviously, I've seen them before, but never gotten them on video. And then we just got another camera lifer for the channel. That is the yellow-bellied marmot. So super happy to get those two mammals today while getting up here. Obviously, we have not seen the white-tailed ptarmigan. Still possible, not likely. Hoping for some more birds in this video, but we got some amazing mammals. Pika, mountain goat, yellow-bellied marmot. Now all we need out of the mammals is bighorn sheep, to be honest, and we've got the trifecta or the quadfecta or whatever you call that. So we're gonna head down the mountain, and this adventure's not over whether we find the white-tailed ptarmigan or not. We're also looking for a three-toed woodpecker. That would be a lifer for me, something that I dipped on a few weeks ago. Let's see what we can find.
We hiked back down the mountain, which was admittedly way easier than scaling the mountain before. I had to get my full share of pika while on the mountain. They only occur at high elevations, and I didn't know when I was going to see them again. The American pika have high-pitched calls and are one of the few creatures that can thrive in extremely cold environments. You can typically find them between 8,000 to 13,000 feet. Pika are known as hay pile hoarders. During the warmer months, they collect grasses and wildflowers and create a stockpile for the winter. Again, an American pipit stuck its head out from the rocks. If you've never birded at high elevations, you definitely have to go out and try it. The birds are few and far between, but you can't find them like this anywhere else. It was time to head to our next location, a beautiful mountain lake.
All right, everybody, we're at location number 2. We're at Crystal Lake. Last year, Hawken and I got our lifer Canada Jay here. That was an awesome adventure. We could see another one today. In fact, we saw one on the hike that we just went on at Bald Mountain, but weren't able to get it on camera. We're hunting for three-toed woodpecker. At least that's what I'm looking for out here, so hopefully we can find it. We didn't get the white-tailed ptarmigan, obviously, and because we knew it was going to be a long shot, we're not overly disappointed about the results. The hike was beautiful. We saw some awesome mammals and birds on that hike, but mostly mammals, and we still get to bird for a couple more hours, so what can be better than that? Now don't worry, we are actually trying another spot in a couple months, and we're gonna look for the white-tailed ptarmigan again. Now this other spot called Leidy Peak, the ptarmigan have been reported there quite frequently and a lot more recently, so we have a much higher chance of finding them there. They're still gonna be difficult, but I think we'll be able to get this hopefully this year, and if not, we'll try again next year.
In the distance, a lazuli bunting perched high in a dead pine, singing into the air. My favorite sparrow, a dark-eyed junco, sat extremely close to us on a tree, flitting back and forth. We heard drumming and decided to give it a follow. Our curiosity paid off as a woodpecker came into view.
You see the yellow forehead?
The one that just landed in the branches.
That's it, that's American three-toed.
My lifer American three-toed woodpecker sat on a branch right in front of me. This elusive bird has become quite the nemesis. A nemesis bird is something that you've tried to see and failed over and over again. This marked my 5th attempt to see this bird, and we were finally successful. Male three-toed woodpeckers are black and white with a yellow crown. Females lack the yellow marking. They forage for food by flaking the bark off of trees rather than drilling like other woodpecker species. Their favorite habitat are forests that have recently been touched by fires or have been overrun by beetles. Their drumming carries quite the distance and can be an amazing way to find these birds. Enjoy these views of this stunning creature.
All right, that was incredible. We just picked up the three-toed woodpecker. That bird was beginning to become a nemesis for me. This is my 4th time searching for it specifically. And we got it on camera, male and a female. The males have the yellow on top of their heads. The females do not. Caleb and I followed some drumming into the woods, and finally we were able to find them. Absolutely amazing birds. Lifer on my list. I bet you didn't expect us to find a lifer today after striking out on the ptarmigan. That's how birding goes. Another bird towards our Utah list. I think we're closing in on that 300 mark that I've been trying to reach for so long. And yeah, I'm just absolutely stoked. Anything that we get from here on out is going to be a bonus. Heading back now towards the vehicle, we actually picked up an awesome bird, the Canada Jay. This is where I found my first one ever, my lifer. And we found a couple of them, again, really, really intelligent bird species. They call them camp robbers because obviously they'll go into camps and steal people's foods. So we're back on the trail, heading back now, and let's see if we can pick up any last minute birds. At this point, if we pick up anything, it's just a bonus. What an awesome day with some amazing views, birds, and mammals.
Although we didn't find what we were looking for, we found something unexpected. Birding is like that, and that makes the hobby so much more interesting. To the ptarmigan, this isn't over. I will return to find you. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding.